I'm Oleksandr Danyleiko. I'm Consul General of Ukraine here in Edmonton, in Alberta. I'm from Kyiv. Came here 2018. We opened it is the first Ukrainian consulate here in Alberta. You're all absolutely aware that what's going on in Ukraine. It's Russian invasion. They are killing, they are shelling our peaceful cities every day. Shelling and destroying schools, hospitals, residential buildings, and the people, a lot of people are trying to find safe place where to live, where to keep their children. Thanks to Canada, Canada opened the borders for Ukrainians, and a lot of Ukrainians came here and just to save their families. I think this is the main reason for them to come. I mean, I'm talking about these Ukrainians who came here after the full-scale invasion started in 2022. As you know, only to Alberta, it's 65,000 Ukrainians came, and altogether in Canada, it's about 350, 100,000 Ukrainians. This is the main reason. For sure, a lot of Ukrainians are thinking about coming back when the situation will improve. But a lot of them are thinking about Canada as a new home and trying to start their new life here together with the family, especially even those who didn't plan it earlier. Now, if they spent already 2.5 years here, their kids went to school, they found the job, so they already have new life here, and probably they are thinking about staying here as in a new home. So this is the main reason for them to come, and we are thankful. I'm, as an official representative of Ukraine, we really appreciate that Canada, Alberta just opened the borders and Canadians open their arms for Ukrainians just to help them save their lives. Family were separated. When the men are fighting there, the men aged from 18 to 60, they can't leave the country. So women and children left Ukraine to Canada, and this is the most difficult part of this situation. This family separated. People living here, they are always afraid about the part of family left behind in Ukraine, because anything can happen every day. So this is the most difficult thing. And of course, Canada is very open and friendly country, and people are very friendly here. But it's a foreign country, and it's for many of them probably slowly they will adopt this situation to this life, and Canada will become a new home. But on the first stages, it's of course a different attitude between people, different society. And of course, when you spend the whole life in Ukraine and you can come to the new country, it's not easy to adopt quickly to the new style of life. But here in Canada, and especially in Alberta, it's much easier because a lot of Ukrainians have been already living here. There are bilingual schools here. When kids come and they don't speak English, for them it's much easier to adopt visiting these bilingual Ukrainian English programs. And of course, for some Ukrainians, it's difficult to find a job to sustain their lives here. Here, it's very big and active Ukrainian community. A lot of organizations, and starting from dancing, theater group, singing, musical activities. So a lot of activities. And really, when the war started and first Ukrainians started coming here to Alberta, local Ukrainian organizations just helped a lot them just adopting here, helping with everything, with the housing, with the furniture, with the first meaning for living. That's why, as I told you before, for Ukrainians here who came here, it's much more easy probably to become the part of the society, because Ukrainians are already represented here quite significantly, and the Ukrainian community is quite big here and strong. We really appreciate all the support and help Canada, Alberta provided for Ukrainians who are coming here. But for us, for Ukraine, it's a really huge problem. About 7 to 8 million people left Ukraine and live somewhere abroad. And a lot of them good young people, educated people, active people. So we are losing this potential. And it is a huge problem for our future. Thinking and appreciating the efforts and all support provided for Ukrainians here, we want them to come back. We are not talking about current situation. Of course, it's not safe, and we are not pushing them to go back to Ukraine. And of course, we understand people have the right to choose the place to live. And of course, I think it will be a lot of Ukrainians who will choose to stay here and to build new life here. But when the situation will stabilize and improve in Ukraine, we want them to come back because we need to rebuild our country. We need this, especially young generation. We need this young, educated people, and it could be quite a good impact because young people who will spend here some years, they got this knowledge from Canada, experience from Canada. So they can bring this knowledge and experience back to Ukraine. And if the situation will be safe and peaceful in Ukraine, it will be a lot of interesting projects there to rebuild country. And I hope that a lot of Ukrainians will decide to come back to rebuild the country. But for those who will stay here, I just would like to wish that they remember who they are, that they will be Canadian residents, but they will be always Ukrainians, and not to cut the ties between them and the motherland.